This is honestly easier for me to just do this live. Okay, so I'm just gonna play a little bit of this. I want you to hear this. Okay, and he talks about the Sirius star. This is connected to what I posted in the community, and it's connected to these storms, what we're filming. It's connected. It really is connected. For those of you who report on the storms, and all that, like there's more pieces to this puzzle, and there is. Okay.
Whoever they are. Again, radio continuously pops up over and over and over in everything I've been reading. Contactee cases, they talk about, there's a book called The UFOs Speak. It's all about how they used a radio tuned between stations that would basically cause a psychic connection with them, whoever they are. Again, sounds a lot like the Estes method. In fact, the man who popularized the Men in Black, Albert Bender, a magician, people don't really realize this, he was doing rituals in his apartment and then was visited by 3 men all dressed in black, and they told...
Funny, doesn't it sound like the 3 wise men? Something to think about.
You can contact us by tuning your radio between the stations. That allows us to come in and out. Another weird Estes method thing.
Which is connected to Orion and the Sirius star. That was the 3 wise men in the Bible. Okay, here we go.
There is genuinely something very strange about the boxes that Frank built. We attempted to do an Estes method with one a few weeks ago, and it was straight up weird.
All right. Well,
It's like a really loud scream sound. My head is going wom 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 wom. I wasn't scared.
nope.
What happened?
I'm done for the night.
It's nothing like I've ever experienced with just doing the Estes method using an SB7. Like, it's a very different experience. For me, using the Frank's box, it felt like a whole body experience. So, like, lots of tingling sensations, lots of feelings of being kind of swept up into a current.
Frank's box is an early version of the same type of equipment that we use for the Estes method. It is a box built by a man by the name of Frank Sumption, and they were created, Frank believes, under the influence of extraterrestrials, and they're incredibly rare. I think I was just looking the other day, and I think Frank only made less than 200 of these things before he died. And he didn't sell them. He only gave them to people that he felt were right. And
this is where Archangel Michael is going to come through, which is connected
literally
to everything
we
are filming.
Going to Somerset,
everything.
It felt like we were supposed to use the Frank's box with the Estes.
You're dazzled.
Dazzled?
Before we were going to Somerset, it felt like we were supposed to use the Frank's box with the Estes method in Somerset.
Kentucky, where it was hit by a storm.
You're dazzled.
Dazzled?
Multiple people right now. You're closer.
It was weird. He adopted this very strange accent that none of us could figure out what it was, but it was consistent throughout the entire thing, which I thought was interesting. It was actually kind of scary. Partially through, part of the way through it, I started to get a little bit concerned about whether or not he was sort of getting in a little too deep.
Can you tell us who you are? How we should refer to you? Names are really important to us. We thank you.
Seems like there's a couple of aspects here. There's the potential for physical beings in these caves and there's a potential for contact with the higher phenomena. Are we correct in that thesis?
Something like Connor. Two repeats, Connor.
Connard.
Connor, that's what I was thinking.
We're a little confused because we keep feeling like this thread with Indrid Cold and his crew and his
This
family.
is just a blip.
It feels like that thread is done.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what to make of all this information about Indrid and Carl and Connor and Connard. What are we supposed to do with that information?
Leave it alone. Trust it. You point to the story. Try not to ruin the story.
So we're tearing apart the old contactee stuff. Not really tearing it apart. I think we're doing it a justice.
About me.
Who are you? If we're going to tell your story properly, we need to know whose story we're telling.
I always talked about peace. For years.
Is it Indrid? I'm thinking it's Indrid. The whole time I'm feeling like this is Indrid.
Crazy.
It sounds more like Terry's Indrid than the Darren Brooker's Indrid. It sounds like scarier Indrid.
He is one. Okay.
Why is it taking this route?
Your name?
You want our name?
I'm Greg. This is Dana. This is Carl. And this is Connor. What's your name?
My name is Michael.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Michael.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
We are
W's?
our son.
Michael, where are you from? Maybe that'll help. Where are you from, Michael? We're from here, Earth, if you're not here. Specifically in Kentucky, in this United States of
Sonny.
America.
What the fuck is that?
The talisman.
Talisman.
Talisman?
And
What do you look like? Would we recognize you if we saw you?
the angel.
I knew that's what it was. That was my next fucking question. I knew it. That's a big.
I gave Tyler a blessed medallion of St.
I know.
Michael the Archangel
You gave him that one?
3 days ago.
I thought that it would be fun if I brought something from my faith background.
That's the Archangel Michael coming through this box that they have. And I posted the video because it's really connected to everything. And it's interesting because the talisman keeps coming up in my reading. And I really feel a deep connection with Archangel Michael. All of this that is going on, everything that is going on with these storms, the areas that these storms are hitting. Michael is from the sun. Michael is the son of what? The Most High God. This is all connected. That's why I keep getting guided back to these videos about Hellier, Kentucky. He even goes over, I mean, if you watch it, for those who you feel a calling to do this because many of you report on the sky, the weather. You feel a calling to film the veil because there's more to it than just, these are just clouds. You know that they're not. You understand that. You understand this is bigger what's happening with these storms. You understand that it's not just manipulated. You understand it is manipulated, but it's for a bigger thing. And it has to do with the Archangel Michael. It has to do with the ancients. It has to do with under our feet every day. I keep getting guided back to this for a reason, and I trust that for myself over everything. God has not lied to me. God has not lied to me. God has not lied to me. The Archangel Michael has not lied to me. And I have a real problem, side note, with some of these people who are trying to discredit Archangel Michael. I don't like it. And I don't understand, but I don't like it. For the Archangel Michael is the right hand of God. He is the armor of God. And all of this that's going on is connected right now. There's no coincidences. This was, I think like I said, I posted it in the community. If you feel called to watch it, it's important. It's all connected to everything right now. Right here, right now. That we're filming, that we're documenting. You guys who film the sky every day, you are scribes for a reason. Not everybody's filming the sky. I mean, there's some people out there that decide, oh, well, this is a fad. It's not a fad. This is something that calls to you to pay attention to, just like the weather. There's not many channels that really feel called to cover the weather. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking mainstream either. I'm talking YouTube, and you do your own shtick. You're your own person, and you feel called to cover this. You feel called to take a closer look at for a reason, and this is it. And it's connected to the Archangel Michael. It's connected to the Most High God. It's connected to the ancients. It's connected to ancient talismans. It's big. You are a piece of amazing, important piece to this story that's here, that's happening right now. And every time I come to this stage or this level, I get guided right back to Planet Weird, Dana and Greg, who did this Hell Year season. They did 2 separate seasons, and then it's a real documentary. It's very real. They are the real deal. The very real deal. And he literally goes into how this all unfolds, and they do the research. They're not talking out their ass. They do the research. And it blew my mind, because there's a scene that they're driving down in Kentucky on this cow path of a road in a car, and there's a tree that fell. And they get out of the car, and out of nowhere, this is like nowhere land, there is a blue star mylar balloon. It's all connected to everything that we're documenting right now. Well, at least what I'm doing. Some people are just out there filming it because they think it's a fad. Let me just get a camera. I'm going to stop filming. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. I'm talking to the ones you feel called. You feel called to do it. It calls to you. It's something you know that you have. It's not that you have to do it. It's just something that's a part of you. Like your whole life. Like you've always just paid attention to things like this. Check it out or don't. I can't, all I can say is there's answers in there. And I keep finding more and more answers with the gold in the mountains, the areas that these storms are hitting, that they're having these storms hit. The fact that I came across an article with a meteorologist about finding the gold totem yesterday in Massachusetts and how he did it, using the weather, using the clouds. There's no coincidences with this. These are all pieces to it. It's big. It's big. I think it is anyway. And that is the divine talking and showing us. And just like it was said, Tyler Strand, that was Tyler Strand with channeling Archangel Michael through the God helmet. Don't ruin the story. We have to pay attention to the story. And we're part of the story. So I hope you take time to check it out. Or not. Peace, love, and light, everybody.